What's up, guys? Brian back to do the part 2 of our Walking Dead Q&A to answer your questions, the awesome questions that you guys sent in. Thank you. We appreciate that. Keep them coming. But here we go. So in the trailer, did you notice that the orders of the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo was different? No, not really. I actually didn't pay too much attention to that. I think the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo thing is kind of overrated. They're going to trick up the order and move up the order on purpose, so you can't really gather too much of that. So I didn't really pay too much attention to that. I want to spend my time on things that kind of may show us something. Do you think Shiva will have a different fate than the comics? So spoiler alert, she dies by a horde of zombies. She kind of sacrifices herself to help Ezekiel and the group out. So I hope not, but I think she will. I think that's what's going to happen. And in anything, when an animal dies that you like and you care about in the show, it's going to be heartbreaking. So I think she will die the same fate. Do you think Negan is the most terrifying person in The Walking Dead? If you do, why? No, I don't really think he's the most terrifying. I thought the governor was terrible because you didn't know what he was going to do, who he was playing, and what he was trying to do. But yeah, I thought he was probably a little more terrifying just because of the not knowing factor. Negan's kind of, you kind of know his code, you kind of know his ethics on there too, what he would kind of do. Do you think it's Glenn because of the car headlights and they're the same ones from the finale? I think the car headlights were just a theory. I think there are two people like, cars have headlights, but just the way they shot it and the way they had it on there too, I think it's just because it makes the most sense for the storyline and from the comics, and they have to pay homage to the comics because issue 100 was very iconic. Do you think that in the mid-season finale, Jesus takes Rick to the kingdom, and while he's doing that, Negan comes to Alexandria, and that's when Spencer gets his comic book death? Yes, I think that's kind of how it plays out. I don't know if they're going to do the Jesus and Rick to kingdom thing, if that's going to be in the episode. I hope it is, but I'm pretty sure Spencer dies in the mid-season finale, so I think they'll be spot on. That's good. How would you kill off Daryl, and should he die in all that war? No, Daryl's going to live for a long, long time. I would not kill off Daryl, actually. I think he needs to be connected with Dwight, so if he does die off, I think it's going to be in an epic way, sacrificing himself or by another person or something. I don't know who can kill Daryl Dixon, and I don't think it'll be past all that war. I don't know. We haven't seen Father Gabriel filming much. What's going on with that? He's been filming. He's been around. He's a minor character. He's really in charge of Judith and Alexandria and helping out and being really, the really religious man for the group and the Alexandria. So I think he's just there taking care of Judith and being behind the scenes a little bit. Do you think the show will make it to the current Whisperers War comic storyline or no? Yes, I think this is kind of where the show will probably start to fizzle out and either end with the Whisperer War or almost close to it, and then something happens after the Whisperer War. So I'm hoping that the Whisperer War makes it to the show because I think that'd be pretty awesome. Do you think we'll die in all out war? I think Morgan, Eric, Shiva, and Tobin. I think that looks good. I think that all those will definitely die. If not, they don't make it right before that too. If Carol makes it to that, I think she'll die right before that as well if she makes it to that point. When do you think we'll get more footage of Season 7? Well, there's a special on August 14th or something, and then another special in September, I want to say. I have it in another video, but there's two specials, one talking about Season 6 and one talking about Season 7, so I would think right then and there, right before it comes back, they'll have the specials and we'll see. Let's say Abraham and Glenn dies. Who do you think is the next big character to die on the show other than those two? I'm going with Carol. I think Carol is eventually going to die, and I think that she will die in Season 7, the second part of it, at some point. So I'm going with Carol just because it makes sense. If you could be with one character from Walking Dead during the Zombie Apocalypse, who would it be and why? Well, as a heterosexual male, I would have to say a woman. So I would have to say either Michonne or Maggie, or I guess Rosita would be that if I'm going to be with somebody, just because of the going forward, you know what I'm saying? Do you think someone will get stabbed when Negan goes to Alexandria? Yes, and I hope it's Spencer. I hope he gets gutted. I hope it's exactly how it's done in the comics. I think hopefully they do the show justice with the comics as much as they can, because they're limited on the show from that. I think that would play out really well, and we really want to see that, so I think they're going to do that. Do you think the premiere will be the best episode of the series? The series? No. I liked the episode Season 6, Episode 9 was pretty awesome with all the walkers in Alexandria and them, taking care of them too. That was pretty awesome. That was probably the best episode. So whatever Season 6, Episode 9 was called, No Way Out, I think. What equipment do you think Daryl will get back from Dwight? Either vest, bike, or crossbow, or a shotgun? I think he gets all of it back. He better get his vest and his bike and his crossbow. Probably not the shotgun because that's his iconic thing. I don't know what they're going to do with the crossbow thing because Dwight uses the crossbow in the comic and Daryl, so what are they going to do, 2 crossbows? I don't know. Do you think the producers of The Walking Dead had the balls to kill Judith? They could kill her off screen when Negan throws grenades over the wall when Alexandria gets attacked, like the Walking Dead comic. I don't know. That's either yes or no. I know it's a cop out, but I would think no. I think they're going to keep Judith a child the entire time, which is going to be dumb. Even though I'd want to age her at some point. Do you think Negan and the Saviors will find the bullet recipe or place that they will make them? Yes, I think they go there, and I think there will be Eugene and Rosita and maybe one other person like Tara or Sasha or anything, and that's kind of where the whole Holly and everything comes from the comics. So I think if they do, and I think they will run into that, I think the Saviors will find their crap because the Saviors are going to be an annoying pain in the ass the rest of the way. Do you think back in season 3 when Rick is fighting with Morgan and Morgan says people wearing dead people's faces, Morgan was referring to the Whisperers? I don't know. Because that was in Georgia, and the Whisperers seem to be outside of Virginia, so I don't know. I like that. I like the idea, and I think that's kind of an Easter egg kind of thing for that. And it was in episode Clear, season 3. I remember that. I've been to the Morgan house actually. I'm curious what kind of contract Norman has for Daryl in his 8 years to consider taking on new projects there since AMC isn't reckon to kill him off. I don't know. I want to find that out too. I think he's going to be around for a long, long time. I think he might be one of the end survivors on there too. So he loves doing The Walking Dead. So I know Norman loves being Daryl Dixon, and he wouldn't just leave for anything. So thanks, guys. There you go, Walking Dead family. As always, post your comments below, like, share, subscribe, and as always, you guys are awesome.